Okay, this weekend we invite in a new moon in Pisces. And with the new moon, we have an intense energy as the Sun, Mars, and Uranus form a small teaching triangle. So, embracing this energy, it will open up, great opportunities, personal development. There's so much to it. So, sit back, relax. Let's explore the cosmic energies. Together, we'll gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, own this energy, move forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. You guys absolutely rock. I send it right back to you. Welcome to your weekend focus for March the 9th and the 10th, 2024. So, we'll start with the numerology. Saturday, we have the 9 energy. Completions, endings. What a beautiful energy to have on the eve of a new moon. It's about closure, it's about completion, it's about healing, but that is so, or to allow space, to allow room for our new dreams. Okay, you can't go and plant a seed in the garden if you still have last year's crop, dead, still sticking out of the ground. You've got to clean all that up. You've got to make room for the seeds to be planted. And if you look at the daily numerology for Saturday, it'd be a 3 plus a 9 plus an 8. That's a 20 energy. That is turning points. That is forks in the road. These are things where we are going to be making decisions, moving in new ways. 2 plus 0 is a 2. Under 2 energy, there is magic around us, but more importantly, we need to sit and contemplate, look within, and see the magic that is within us, our talents, our abilities, our strengths, the unique self. On Sunday, we have a beautiful 10 energy that brings in luck. Also, it's about a new energy coming in. It's a 1 energy, right? 1 plus 0 is a 1, and this is our new moon. So we have this, it's new beginnings, it's new starts, it's being the trailblazer, it's being the pioneer, it's stepping into new opportunities, new adventures, new relationships, new ways of being, becoming. Our daily numerology would be a 3 plus a 1 plus an 8. That gives us a 12 energy. And the 12 energy is about pulling it back, being in the moment, understanding where we have control in our life and where we really need the control in our life. Maybe we are taking care of a lot of things that we don't need to take care of, which is draining our energy, our time, our resources, not allowing us to invest those things in ourselves, in our own goals, in our own dreams, our own desires. 1 plus 2 is a 3. So it is about wanting the transformation of ourself and pulling it back and understanding where we are giving parts of ourself away that we need to bring back in. Bring back our empowerment is what I hear. To go forward with the strength, with the courage. Now the sun is in Pisces and our moon is in Pisces. It moves into Aries around 8 p.m. but before it does that, so on the Sunday. But before it does that, it meets the sun at 20 degrees of Pisces. So once again, we have that 20 energy. So know that the 20 energy is electrified. It's about turning points. It's about forks in the road. It's about making decisions to go forward in new ways, to go perhaps into uncharted territory, unknown steps. And once again, I think we had this the last new moon. Was a learning triangle in the sky? Well, we have it again. Now, this triangle is electrified actually on the Saturday prior to, so we're going to feel this the whole weekend. But as the energy builds, the moon appears and amplifies the energy even more. Okay, the hardest aspect is Mars square Uranus. We crave excitement. Okay, we're more apt to act recklessly. We'll be very spontaneous. We'll give little thought to our actions. And it has a lot to do with our self-expression. Wanting to show ourselves to the world. Wanting to pull off a mask. So that could lead into situations that cause a lot of havoc in our life if we don't handle it right. But the sun is sextiling Uranus, so that brings in the self-awareness. So it kind of mellows out any anger that might be associated with the Mars squares Uranus. It gives us the opportunity to channel the energy, to think it through, and then step into our authenticity in a way that demands respect. It builds our stature. It adds to our beauty, our grace. And I think we'll feel quite comfortable expressing ourselves, perhaps in a very flamboyant way. This energy can bring in creative breakthroughs. We are inventive. And it adds to our vitality. So we're feeling alive. We're feeling hopeful. We're feeling as we can do this. And the sun will also be semi-sextiling, I believe, Mars. Okay, so that gives a boost in our confidence, in our courage, and our strength. We believe in ourselves. We know we've got this. It's a good time to get active, okay? Either through some kind of manual labor, go out and take a walk, throw in some exercise in the day, get that heart beating, get that blood pumping. And on Sunday, Mercury will sextile Pluto and we become more serious, bringing in an intense focus. It's a good time to turn your energy towards a mental challenge, maybe something that you found hard to grasp in the past, but you really feel like you need to understand it completely. This is a time to revisit things like that. You'll be able to take it in. You'll be able to understand it. And I thought this energy, it reminded me of the cruise I went on, okay? So it was a wrestling cruise. I don't know if I shared that with you or not, but it was a wrestling cruise. And my son does reffing part-time, so of course that only made sense that we would go on a wrestling cruise. And, people, I found them, there was no arguments. I didn't see any arguments. I mean, some of the people looked a little on the rough side, but they're wrestlers and wrestling fans, and and it was nothing to see them all decked out in their costumes, being authentically who they want to be. They're superhero, they wear it on the outside kind of thing. And everybody was so authentic and real, and they could let their hair down and know that they weren't going to be judged by everybody else for how they were appearing to them, how they were acting, how they showed their self expression, how they ripped off that mask and just let themselves shine. And so I kind of get this energy as being like that for ourselves, where we have been wearing a mask, where we haven't been truly authentic and real in a situation, in a relationship, in an environment, maybe even to ourselves, and to allow ourselves the self-expression. And maybe that comes through some kind of creativity, or it comes through some kind of inventful thought. But this energy can really set us on a path because, when we shed that mask, we do feel more real. Like we've got this. We understand ourselves better. We understand our magic better, right? We have that 2 energy electrified. So we understand ourselves better. So take time to look within and discover, your talents and abilities, but also that courage, that strength throughout this weekend, because it's going to open you up to some wonderful and beautiful experiences. Okay, I've jabbered too long, I'm hearing, so let's get to the cards. It's beautiful energy. It's beautiful energy for self-development, self-awareness, authenticity, self-love, and growing yourself strong and capable to take that step to believe in yourself. I ran across a young lady today, and I was doing one of those little pop-up kind of reading things, right? Like, oh, hi, you're our waitress. Let me, so, what sign are you? But she said, well, I was going to go towards, I had a business idea, but, and, right away the excuses came in, but under this kind of energy, when we understand that we have an idea and we are worth investing, taking a risk on ourselves and stepping into that platform and seeing where it leads us. Because that was sent, Those messages are sent to us, those ideas are sent to us to push us in the right direction. But we do have free will. We can say no. This is a time to not say no. This is a time to step into your authenticity and celebrate who you are and how you want to go forward. So don't allow yourself to go into that big, huge excuse bag that we carry around with us. The Two of Pentacles, making decisions. Making the decisions, taking firm action, understanding what we really want to step into and we do not want to experience. Sometimes we have to say it out loud that we are going in a certain direction. We can't just, hope that, this opportunity will still be around. I'm going to dabble over here for a while. We need to put our focus, our attention on our decisions, on moving forward. Any decision is a good decision, but you need to make the decision. You don't want to just leave it up to happenstance. We have the Chariot, so pulling it back, right? The 12 energy is here, right? 10. No, this is a 7 energy here. But it is the Chariot, and the Chariot is pulling it back. I know a lot of people read this card as it's, you got all this energy, but here we're surrounded in fog. It's dark. And we could go forward, but chances are we'd be fine, but we don't know what lays in wait for us. We don't know where the tree might have fallen over the path, or there's, it's been washed out, or there's a rock in the way. We don't know if it's a dead end because we can't see that far. We need more information. We need to have more clarity and understanding before we go and really step into it. So it's about having the strategy. It's about having the plan, which is going to be kind of hard on us because Uranus is involved. And so Uranus will give us more of that, and Mars is right there, right? The sun's talking to Mars and Uranus is talking to Mars during this. And that's our warrior wanting to go forward and meeting those challenges and yelling charge. So that will be our instinct, but this first card says, but we should try and pull it back. We really should try and tame that energy. Embrace that energy, own that energy, and utilize it in the way we need to. The Star card, making the impossible possible. So where you thought, you might not want to do something because you feel that there's at least 100,000 people doing it on the planet already. And it hasn't been done by you. So that is the true difference. Nobody is going to be able to do it like you. And we are in a very creative and inventive energy. So you do put you into what you are doing. You do make it original and unique just by you doing it alone. So first and foremost, where you think that you don't have an audience, you will have an audience if you've been called to do it. Where somebody has told you shouldn't or you couldn't. Maybe it's something you did once upon a time and you loved it, but somebody told you there'll never be money in that. You need to concentrate on this. But that was their opinion based on their walk in life, not your walk in life. And it definitely wasn't carved into stone. It was just merely an opinion. And there is no way that they could see within your mind the dream that you were seeing. So where you thought you couldn't or you shouldn't, or maybe it failed once, well, you know what? It didn't really fail. You just found out a way it doesn't work. So what way would work? We have the Five of Wands. There could be competition. Absolutely. This could be a volleyball game down at the beach, okay? It really could be. This is about learning to play nicely with others. It's about allowing other people to show their strengths and their abilities and what they bring to the table, but also that you need to do the same, if not more so. It's about standing up and being counted among your peers. It's about having a voice, realizing you do have a voice, that your opinion matters. And yet, in the same breath, their opinion matters just as much. So it's about working together to gain a flow, to connect with each other, to be like minded, to have the same aspirations, inspirations, desires, the same want and need for the same successes. And, when people come together and join together in order to create a success, it's so much more successful than anyone could do on their own. We have the Knight of Pentacles, having a faith, having a belief, having a trust that whatever you need will be provided for you. That you don't need anything more than what you already have in order to go forward at this point in time. You don't need to learn something. You don't need to study something. You don't need extra this, that, and the other thing. Maybe you need them when you hit a certain point, but you don't need them now. There's something that you can do right now in the moment to take you one step closer to your goal, to your dream, perhaps to your best life ever. So are you holding yourself back by trying to hold on to the reins, trying to force that horse to go in certain directions? Or are we allowing the horse to lead the way, showing us the flow, where it's the easiest path, what we need to step into, what we need at the present time? And do not worry, things will be provided to you as you need them in its own divine timing. They have it all mapped out in some way. Okay? We have to show up, we have to do the work, and we have to have a belief that if we show up and do the work, that the successes will be right there for us as well. And we have the World card. So this is about a brand new path going forward. This is excitement. This is electrifying stimulation is what I'm hearing. Okay, but this is about tying up loose ends. You do not want the things that should be in your rear view mirror in front of you as you go down this path. So what are the things that we need to get off of our plate? What are the things that we need to pay attention to so that we can put closure on it, to heal from it, to allow it to be in our rear view mirror? Because we don't want to mix that energy in with the high intensity energy of Mars. Mars alone. We don't want any tripwires. Mars is going full speed if we allow it to. We've got the sun there, we've got Uranus there. More than likely it is, but we also have that self-awareness. So when you are thinking of doing something, pull it back for a moment. Think of it short term, think of it long term. Does it honor you? Does it support you? Does it move you forward in the way you want? Gosh, I've got all these decks out here. Oh my goodness. And I'm so behind in reading, so if you're waiting for a reading, I do apologize, and I've got to get the weeklies out, but I will work diligently, I promise. Because the weeklies take probably close to 10 hours to get up and everything, to do everything. And I don't edit. If I edit it, oh my gosh, well, I don't really edit. I put a little, song on the beginning and credits at the end, but to thank everybody. But for the most part, I don't go and take out the spaces, and I like to prove that I am not AI. Make a decision, the 11 energy. So we have the master number 11 appearing, and make a decision, which was our underlying energy for this, is we have to make the decisions. It's a beautiful card. I'll hold it up in a moment. Let me go to the page. Your sheer determination is highlighted at this time. Is that nice and clear? I didn't even look. I'm sorry. The ability to create or destroy has always been within your skill base. You have the wisdom and confidence needed to use these skills constructively. Now is the time to act. If you know what it is you want to accomplish and why, since the powers of transformation are at your command, change your desires into objectives, your thoughts into actions, your goals into achievements. If you have recently met with failure, know you can change that failure into the success. The only limits you have are those you impose on yourself. So I felt something hit my finger there. There was nothing to hit my finger there. So, okay. We'll go on to an animal. Of course, we'll do a journey of love card at the end because it is a new moon reading. Oh, that was freaky. Okay. And we have the peacock vibrancy. Yeah, there's this very strong vitality about us right now. It's boosting our confidence. It's boosting our strength. It's boosting our intuition. I mean, it's just beautiful energy. Okay, so we have the peacock vibrancy. Thank you for bringing it in nice and clear. You were born to shine and inspire. Truly, that is one of the most purest statements I've heard. Okay, you were born to shine and inspire. Of course you were. Practice humility and avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. And I think that is probably one of the most, is recognizing your brilliance this weekend. Understanding what gifts, what talents, what abilities that you bring to the table. Your unique self. And how it is, really the mastermind behind the successes that you are walking towards. Okay, we'll get a journey of love card. And we have, she is the moon, the 21. 21 energy. So we had that with the world card. The world card is 21. And 2 plus 1 is a 3. So we get to the 3 two ways now. We get it through the 12, which is pulling it back, thinking it through, being in the moment. And the 21, ending things, completing things to step into a brand new path going forward. I'm just going to get the book out because I can't duplicate what they put in this book. It's just an amazing deck. Okay, I'll read the poem first. See if I can bring it in here for you without that glare, without that shine. Waiting. These moments are precious like jewels on the crown of life. They beckon my heart, forming memories that sparkle with joy. And like the longing of the sweet caress, they draw me near, melting into one. Showing what is possible on the journey of life, waiting for the season's change. Okay. She is the moon. The light of the moon ebbs and flows. The wisdom of patience is not about waiting around for something to happen, rather getting up and getting it done. The wisdom of patience is that of a gardener who consults the lunar calendar. The right timing promoting growth. Planting when there's fertile soil, allowing the soil to rest and replenish when it needs to. You're being asked to check in with your timing. Is now the time for action or for rest? It can change quickly, just like the phases of the moon. If you're unsure, that's okay too. Perhaps you're waiting for more light to reveal the way as the moon grows full. All things come in time. So I guess that was our chariot card there. Your message comes through this oracle. Your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. If you feel something isn't happening fast enough or is happening quickly, and you are unsure if you are really ready, be assured all is well. If something is not clear to you and you would like it to be more so, the clarity you seek will come to you. Do not worry. Do not try to force the insight. Just be with what is happening now and trust. You are moving and growing and all is well. Soon you will see that for yourself, just as the moon grows full and revealing, even in the midst of the deepest night. So it is about our growth and seeing our brilliance in our light, and utilizing those things to forge a path forward, just the way we want it to be. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.